Hey Snowflakes, and welcome to this video. So I do not look that good right now, and that's just because I've been super sick with a kidney infection for like 3 weeks. It's been ridiculous. So I'm just getting over it. I'm feeling lots better, but I'm just trying to just kick the rest of it to the wind. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my rare gene mutation, which I talked about this in October of last year. That's when I found out that I had it. And I just want to go over it and just talk about it and explain exactly what it is to you guys, because it was super confusing to me when I found out about it. So I guess I'll start way back. So my husband and I decided that we wanted to start trying to get pregnant. So we were trying to get pregnant, and I kept having like this feeling in the back of my mind like I just wasn't gonna get pregnant, and that there has to be some sort of reason why I haven't, because we had tried for about 6 or 7 months and we didn't. And so I was really thinking that something might be wrong. Meanwhile, with that feeling in my mind and in my head, I got an inner ear infection. So I actually got it so bad that I was dizzy and I was having vertigo and I was super sick. I was trying out a new doctor because we had moved. So we went to this doctor and he said he wanted to get labs done and that I had an inner ear infection. And we just told him, you know, hey, we're trying to get pregnant. Got any tips for us? And he just said, you know, let's do some labs. And I'm so grateful that he did. And so it was like an hour of getting your blood taken. It was not fun. And I actually like fainted halfway through it, so it was not fun at all. Anyway, they took that, and then a few days later the nurse calls me and she was like, you're very low in vitamin D, which I don't really care a lot about because who isn't low in vitamin D? I stay in a lot, so I just expected to be low in vitamin D. Okay, but then she is like, you have a rare gene mutation double copy. And I was like, okay, and she told me it was called MTHFR, and I had no idea what she was talking about. So we hung up the phone, and I typed it into Google, and I was freaking out. So this gene mutation basically means that I cannot convert folic acid, and that it's harder for my body to get toxins out of it, and my immune system's kind of low because of it. And basically I can't convert folic acid into folate, which is a usable form in the body. And folic acid is in everything. Seriously, check your cereals, your breads, just anything, it's in it. Basically we found out that I couldn't convert that, and that had some sort of effect on my immune system and detoxifying, and that it was hard for me to get my toxins, like bad toxins, out of my body. And therefore they would build up and then I'd get sick. So it really answered a lot of questions, because my entire life, on and off, I've been sick. For example, in the beginning of December, I got the flu really bad. And if you check out my Vlogmas, which I'll have linked, you can see that I had the flu really bad. Then my cat got sick, which has nothing to do with it, but it was very stressful. And then right after that, I got a kidney infection, and I've been dealing with it for about 3 weeks now. So I get sick easy and I get sick often, so that was kind of an answer as to why. So I was like freaking out because I was typing in MTHFR and everything on Google was coming up was super bad. Like, you can't have kids and your kids will be unhealthy, and that you can get tube defects in your children, you could get Down syndrome children, and that basically with MTHFR, if it's not treated, you can have deformed babies and stuff. So of course I was freaking out because I had been trying, me and my husband had been trying to get pregnant, and it wasn't happening. Thank the Lord it didn't happen. But I was like freaking out thinking we weren't going to be able to have children. It was a very stressful time. I was very depressed. I just was freaking out. So I called the doctor, and they said just to come in and talk to him about it. Had like a list of questions, and the most important question was, are we going to be able to have healthy children? And he basically said if I take my special vitamins that we'll be able to have healthy children. And that was like such a relief to us, you know. So basically I take Methyl Protect. I will have a link down below so you guys can check it out. I take Methyl Protect, and it's a special B vitamin that is supposed to help my mutation. Also, I take a very expensive prenatal vitamin, but it's a vegan organic vitamin that has folate in it instead of folic acid in it, because apparently folic acid is like poison to me. Yeah, so I take that very expensive prenatal vitamin while I'm trying to get pregnant, and he told us to wait a certain amount of months before we could start trying. So we've been doing that, we've been waiting, and we're just basically building up my vitamins in my body so that when I become pregnant, I can have a healthy child. Since I have this mutation, the baby will be at risk and I will be at risk when I do get pregnant. So that's a little scary. And also, you know, there's enough to worry about when you are pregnant that will be okay, you know, so this is just extra added worry, you know, even though I'm on my vitamins, I'm still a bit worried, you know. So yeah, that's basically the gist of my mutation. It's called MTHFR. It has this really, really long word, which I'll put right here of what it means, but basically they call it a very bad word. If you look at MTHFR, it sounds like a bad word, it sounds like mother, and that's what a lot of doctors call it because it is such a sucky gene mutation. It sucks. So that's why they call it that, and that's why that nickname's that. But what it really stands for is mother-father. So that means that I'm a double copy, so I got one of my copies from my mom who didn't know she had it, and I got one of my copies from my dad who didn't know he had it. So basically I got double copies of that. And to give you an idea of how rare this is, 50% of people have one copy of this, so that's not as rare, but 10 to 15% of people have two copies, which is a double copy, which is what I have. So what I have is more extreme than one copy since I have two, and so it affects me doubly, I guess, and it affects me harder and affects my immune system and all of that. Basically, the things I've done to help fix this and to make myself better is I'm eating healthy anyway just because I've been trying to lose weight, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. I'm trying to eat more leafy greens because it has folate in it. I'm taking my organic vegan vitamins, natal vitamin, and then I'm taking Methyl Protect, which is special B vitamin that helps me. And then also, aside from that, I'm taking detox baths with Epsom salts because that helps me detox. Yeah, so aside from taking those vitamins, I have had a ton of anxiety lately just because I have anxiety as it is, but with the Methyl Protect vitamins, I kind of get more anxiety and it kind of builds and then I just kind of freak out for a bit. But I've been trying to keep it on the down low. I am just so glad I found out about this gene mutation. It has really done a lot for me and has changed me a lot. So I have never been the type of person that has a ton of energy. Never. Like, I've always been tired and stuff and never had a ton of energy. And I thought at some point that maybe I was just lazy, but it's not that. They tested me for anemia. They've done multiple blood tests to try to figure out why I just don't have a ton of energy. And we found this out, and this was the answer. So since I've taken the vitamins, I've had way more energy. I have felt better. I have felt like actually doing things, like simple things like taking the trash out or the dishes. I have been feeling so much better on the vitamins. Of course, when I'm sick, I don't feel good and I don't have a lot of energy, but that's because I'm sick. But when I'm healthy and I'm well, I feel so much better, and I feel like finding out about this gene mutation was really a blessing in disguise. And just as long as I keep up with my vitamins and everything, then I will be okay. So aside from taking the prenatal, I take one prenatal, I take my special B vitamin, I take 2 vitamin E's, and then I take a vitamin D on and off, and then I also take a probiotic, and then sometimes I take cranberry pills. But yeah, that's basically what I take, and I take them every morning, and they have really helped me out. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know down below. If you guys have MTHFR, one copy or double copy, let me know down below what you have done to help out with this mutation. I really want to know. I know that, like, with pregnancy and stuff, that this can become a blood clotting disorder because I am more at risk for blood clots since I have this mutation. So if you've had a healthy pregnancy or whatever, please let me know down below. I want to hear all of your guys' comments. But I just wanted to get on here and just talk about my gene mutation because it kind of hit me hard, and I mentioned it a few times in my videos, and I just wanted to talk about basically what it is and what I've done to fix it. I will see you guys in my next video super soon. Make sure you subscribe and like this video if you did, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye!